Germany stands at a historic turning point. Its decisions today will shape the future of NATO, Russia, and the war in Ukraine. Once Europe's strongest economy, Germany now struggles with recession and political division. For decades, its security relied not on itself, but on NATO and the United States. Its industries thrived on Russian gas, cheap, steady, and dangerous in hindsight. Its trade boomed with China, making Berlin deeply tied to Beijing's economy. This left Germany trapped in a triangle of dependency on Russia, on China, and on the United States. Now, NATO asks the question, can Germany finally take responsibility for Europe's defense? Meanwhile, Russia's brutal war in Ukraine threatens the very foundation of European security. Germany can no longer remain a bystander. It is a key decision-maker in this conflict. The question is clear. Will Germany strengthen NATO, or leave the door open for Russia's return to Europe? Germany's economic engine is slowing down, factories shutting, exports falling. 3 consecutive years of recession have shaken Europe's largest economy. At the heart of this collapse lies its over-reliance on Russian energy. The Nord Stream. Pipelines once fueled its industries, but now lie silent. Berlin scrambled to replace Russian gas with LNG, but at far higher costs. At the same time, China became Germany's largest trading partner. Today, nearly half of German exports depend on Chinese markets. When China slows, Germany bleeds, and with America pressuring Europe on defense, Germany finds itself stretched thin. Economic weakness has now become a strategic vulnerability. Inside Germany, politics are shifting under pressure. Immigration became the lightning rod of debate. Refugee applications fell from 140,000 to 70,000, yet leaders still called it too many. The government promised tighter borders and stricter rules. Fence lines rose, policies hardened, rhetoric grew louder. For some, this was necessary protection. For others, it was the start of isolation. But either way, Germany's inward turn weakened its outward commitments. A divided nation cannot lead a united alliance, and NATO knows this reality well. Under pressure, Germany made a historic pledge to finally meet NATO's defense spending targets. Billions of euros now flow into tanks, jets, and missiles. For Washington, this is long overdue. For Berlin, it is a reluctant necessity. At NATO summits, Germany stands between American demands and European caution. When it comes to arming Ukraine, Berlin hesitates. Long-range missiles that could change the war remain stuck in German debate. Allies grow impatient, demanding faster, stronger action. Yet Germany fears escalation, fearing it may be dragged too deep into Russia's war. This hesitation casts doubt on Berlin's promise of leadership. At a rally, Friedrich Merz praised Ukraine, calling it Europe's second-largest nation. His words brought applause from Kiev's allies. But then came the shock. Merz declared, Russia is a European country. He invoked culture, literature, and history to tie Russia back to Europe. He spoke of Dostoevsky and Tchaikovsky, of shared European heritage. But for Ukrainians under Russian bombs, this felt like betrayal. Zelensky's silence said more than words. Stunned, disappointed, perhaps even angered. To call Russia European while it wages war against Europe's values shook NATO unity. Was this strategy or surrender? Germany carries a unique historical burden. Never again is its eternal promise. Support for Israel flows directly from this duty. Yet even here, Berlin has begun to set limits. In one case, it blocked a weapons delivery, arguing international law must be respected. Critics called it betrayal. Supporters called it balance. Germany insists allies must act within the rules, not outside them. But when the same principle is applied to Russia, the contradictions grow. How can Berlin balance moral duty alliance commitments, and national interests. The world watches as Germany walks this dangerous tightrope. One misstep and trust could collapse. Germany now admits the journey of responsibility has barely begun. Leaders say they've taken only 200 meters of a 10-kilometer race. The road ahead is long, uncertain, and full of risk. NATO expects more: faster defense, stronger commitment. Ukraine expects weapons, leadership, and solidarity. Russia expects hesitation, division, and weakness. And the European Union expects Germany to carry the weight of the continent. In the center of it all stands Berlin, uncertain, reluctant, yet unavoidable. The choices it makes now will decide whether NATO emerges stronger or weaker. Germany is at a crossroads. Will it be a player or just a pawn in the game of great powers?